Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Om Mangala Parameshwariye Potri Kanji Kamakshi Potri Karya Siddhi Anjaneya Swamiye Potri Shruti Smriti Purananamalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Apara Karuna Sindham Jnanadam Shantarupinam Shri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Hi everyone, Namaskaram everyone. Yesterday, my video, I got a beautiful feedback from all of you. Thank for your encouragement. Um, I, I'm so happy, glad that you all are receiving it so well. Thank you all. Today, I'm going to deal with a very, very, very important thing. Like, this topic is so heavy in itself. We can talk months on months or back to back about this topic. That is karma. Karma. What is this karma? Uh, First thing, as soon as we hear the word karma, the first thing we think is it's bad. Something, it has some negative connotation attached to it. But first of all, let me be very clear. If you are nullified of all your karma, you don't have any good, anything bad in your account, you wouldn't be staying here. There is no business for you, purely no business for you in earth. In that way, I would say karma is something that is keeping us grounded. There is something meant to be done here in the earth by us or for us. There is something give and take. The transaction is still incomplete. It is good, it is still good. Our potential for reaching our highest goal is still in our hands. It's not out of our hand. First of all, karma. Before that, we have to thank the human birth. Human birth in itself is so great blessing. There is this Atmavin Ariya Payanam. I have gone over this video. It's so beautiful. I'll just give you the gist of what I understood. After a soul dissipates from its, just lives out and it goes, it has to go undergo a big travel according to its weightage. During the lifetime, it commits lots of good deeds, bad deeds, according to which Swargam, Nargam is all decided. We are heard of it, hell, heaven, all these concepts before. But do you know how much effort the Atma takes to come back again to this earth? It's like either it stays in Swargam or Nargam after a while. When the account is nullified there, your good deeds is expired, you're pushed out of the Swargam right away. It doesn't matter whether you were listening to Ramba, Urushi, Menaka, whatever you were doing there, enjoying your good time. Once your time is up, you will be thrown out the next very second. What happens to you after you're thrown out the very next second? It's like you will be like a cloud, you will be mist. And the mist, to become a droplet, it takes so much of effort. It has to condense. Who knows whether you get condensed or not, whether you become a cloud or not. Then it has to precipitation, it has to rain. And the rain droplet, I'm just saying the chances, 1 in million gets rightly fallen on a crop instead of anywhere else, elsewhere on a ocean or some other pathway or somewhere, and getting its 1,000 millionth chance of getting a birth. I'm just explaining. This droplet then goes and becomes a paddy. Paddy has to fully grow. It should not be I mean, like, it should not be put into any kind of thing like where it is off grown or lost its life. Then this paddy grain has to become rice. Even in that, when they are taking the shipping this, after it has been all processed and made into rice, it has to go through someone's home. And in that someone's home, That rice has to be eaten by a right age man, not a old man or a young man. The right age, who is in his fertile age. That man's from him when he is married and he has a baby. That baby, that rice which went into the man and which got transferred to Sri Garbham. First Purusha Garbham, then Sri Garbham. Then in the 9 months, all the chances of miscarriage and everything, crossing all this limit, finally the life is come out. It comes out as a full human. See how big a journey from a draw from soul, just it gets to its vague state, like it is like cloudy form, then rain then becomes a goes to the crop then goes into a man's stomach, then it is transferred to a woman's stomach. In women's stomach, so many chances of getting killed. I mean, like there are so many risks, any accident can happen. After all these things, it get finally the atma has got itself earned that merit of human birth. So what is the purpose of human birth? Now, either it could have been other animals, plants and other things, but human birth, it is so significant because this is the only birth where you can understand your karmas, where you can do your dharmas, where you can attain your bhakti, mukti, shakti, all the things you can realize in this birth. Realization is the mukti, it is jivana mukti. The only way to attain is human birth. Yeah, animals don't have senses, they are need based creatures. They just eat, sleep, survival instincts and then reproduction. This is all it is. But we have something called intelligence. With all the intelligence we have to nullify our karma. Karma, when I am talking, I'm not just meaning the bad karmas. It's equally important to nullify the good karmas also. You do something good, you're again accumulating some punyam, some merit. You have to exhaust that as well. So you are, it's like a vicious circle. If you keep accumulating, you have, after your lifetime is over, you will have to take an other lifetime to get this exhausted. This is vicious circle. I don't know how many births I have undergone before I reach this point. And so as you don't know how many births you have taken to come to this point. So there should be a pause or stop for this at some point. How is that achieved? How do we get out of this karma? Now, even scientifically, if we take, Newton also says that for every reaction, there is a opposite, equal and opposite reaction. You do good, good comes to you. You do bad, bad comes to you. There is an answer. There is an answer. Is there a way out? Yes, of course. Andal in her Pasurum, Tiruparvai Pasurum 5, she has a beautiful, beautiful Tirupavai Pasurum. I would like to sing that. மாயனை மன்ன வடமதுரை மைந்தனை தூய பெருநீர் யமுனை துறைவனை ஆயர் குலத்தினில் தோன்றும் அடிவிளக்கை தாயை குடல் விளக்கம் செய்த தாமோதரனை வாயினால் பாடி தூயோமாய் வந்து நாம் தூமலர் சிந்தும் போது வாயினால் பாடி மனதினால் சிந்திக்க தூய பிழையும் புகுத்தனுவான் நின்றரவும் தீயினில் தூசாகும் செப்பேலோரெம்பாவாய் தீயினில் தூசாகும் செப்பேலோரெம்பாவாய். What it means is Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Kaya is our body. Vacha is our speech. Manasa is our mind. So we are accumulating karma by using all these tools. We are talking and accumulating sins through our speech. We are manasa, we are thinking all the negative things. Sometimes we may not express it verbally, certain negative things, but inside our mind we know what's going on, how much we are thinking negative for others and ourselves. So Manasa, we are responsible. We know how much it is going on, how much we are being boiling up things, stirring up things within us. And Kaya, by actions, shouting, baiting, or even gossiping for that matter, is action by itself. This is like a when it comes to gossiping, I have so much to say, so much to say. Baba also in Satcharitam, chapter 18 and 19, he is speaking about slander. When if you were victimized, you thought why society is always talking about me, why I become the prey. Don't you ever think that again, because Baba says some karmas you have to go through intense suffering and getting exhausted, but sometimes you're lucky that some people are talking about you with their tongues. They are nullifying your karma. That means they are doing you a great favor for you. They are helping you and helping you from that intense suffering. So be thankful if you are a victim of all the gossip, slander, and all those things. And then karma is a balancing factor. It is nothing like karma. That's what, as I told you earlier itself, when you think karma, don't think it is all negative, it's bad, it's to punish you. This is what it is. Karma also means good. Why? Because it is a balancer. Some birth, something must have happened, that must have been two thing, something fair, unfair. This Mr. A, Mr. B. Mr. A must have done something to Mr. B. Now karma comes into picture. Now B has to get justice for whatever has gone unfair for him. Karma helps him get it done. This B will get his account transaction fulfilled through with the help of karma. Karma will make sure that that is taken care of. And then there is one beautiful story I heard. This is very profound when you want to understand karma. I told you karma is a vast topic in itself. We can keep talking about karma for days, months, and years. Still, there is so much to understand about it. For me, there was a beautiful revelation when I met a Brahma Kumari. I used to go to Brahma Kumari. It was just close by my home. When my daughter was 1 year old, I used to walk and go. I used to learn a lot. I used to meditate. I From 2013 to 18, every single day I was kind of like listening to their teaching, Murali and all those things. Murali is like after 1 week course, they on a daily basis they have they read to you about what's God's message, like that. That is Murli. So in that, when I had to meet a person, that brother told me a very very beautiful thing. He is actually like what he told me about karma was, once he was watching his grandson watching TV. Then what was actually happening in the TV was like some violent scenes, something so intense, like somebody is getting beaten, and it was brutal kind of. So now he just enters the room seeing his grandson watching that episode where somebody is getting beaten very brutally, harassed, and he sees his grandson and all the family is like enjoying, rejoicing, and they're like clapping. Nobody seems to be like kind of very usually when something is going wrong, we are so sensitive, we are like so emotionally disturbed, we kind of feel, oh my god, we get lost in those things. But this grandson is like, no tata, what is wrong with you? You're like laughing at somebody getting beaten. What is wrong with you? Then the boy says, Tata, you have not watched the previous episode. This guy is a villain. He deserves to be beaten. Did you get it? What I'm trying to say now? Yes. We are seeing only a smaller fragment of the picture is in our visibility. There is so much out of our understanding, so much is like unseen. I can talk about it in brief in another video. For example, now you want to see a star. Can you see it with your naked eyes? No. You need a telescope. Can you see a microorganism with your eyes? No. Because you need a microscope. Can you see your own skin, like underneath your skin, bones, flesh, and so many organs? You need a X-ray scanner machine and so ever. If you only think like whatever I pursue with my eyes is ultimate, then why do you agree it, right? You need a telescope, microscope, and you need some certain instrument to see the other dimension which are out of the reach of our eyes. So is karma. You can't understand karma with whatever information inputs are around you. If somebody is not behaving nice to you, not talking nice to you, treating you bad, we don't know in which birth we had caused the same pain to them. So I told you, to get out of this, Andal had sung that beautiful pasuram. Teenil tusagum cheppelo renpavai. Manasa, vacha, kaya. We have to, for mind to nullify its karma, it has to, you have to, for body first. Tuyomai vandu. Tuyomai vandu is keeping your body very, very clean, taking bath, washing it, right away go to your puja altar, sit there peacefully, and then sing the glories of God. That is vacha. Where the kaya is done, as you bath and you went near God's idol, that is kaya. Now you are singing the glory, vacha, manasa, manadinal sindikya. She told, like if you use your mind to contemplate on God, this kaya, vacha, manasa, whatever sin you had committed, all will be burnt into ashes. Teenil tusagum cheppelo rempavai. Now, so that is one strategy. Is there anything else that we can do to come out of this karma? This is like a web. We are so entangled. We are trapped in it. We don't know how the way out. Yes, there is a way. That is, this is not mine. This is Bhagwan Sri Krishna himself has given us this beautiful, beautiful way. That is in Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, 22 verse. Ananya chintayat soma yen janam pari upasyate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Sharanagati. Sharanagati is so profound, so profound. Your every level of your existence, you're just submitting yourself to God. A very good example for Sharanagati is Gajendra Moksham. There was an elephant who, when he went to get a lotus from a pond for puja, a crocodile attacked him. His leg was like kind of caught. He was trying to fight this crocodile for 5,000 years, not 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year, or not like human years, 100 years lifespan. 5,000 years he kept like fighting, trying to get elephant. How strengthy he is, how mighty he is, with all his might he tried and tried. He could do nothing. In his tusk is in his, what is that, with his trunk he is holding a lotus to give it for Bhagwan Vishnu. He is just waiting to offer it. At last, finally he says Narayana, Narayana, the Narayana. This is Sharanagati. When you know this is not in your limits, when you accept it with all your strength, that you can't exhaust your own karma by taking even million births, I'm sure is not sufficient to neutralize our karma, because each birth we are taking, knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, we keep adding on to our karma. It gets piled up, piled up, piled up, piled up. So The only the best strategy ever is Sharanagati. Sharanagati, once you do this Sharanagati, don't think like, oh, I have did Sharanagati, everything best in the world will start happening to me the very minute. Once you do Sharanagati, the real test starts. Like kind of like God is ready to give himself to you, take care of your needs. That's what this Ananya Chintayat Soma Ye Janam Pariyushyate Tasya Nityabhiyuktam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. It means one who has surrendered completely, trusting me, his well being is completely looked after by me. And so, when Lord Bhagwan Krishna, Sri Krishna himself is assuring you that, won't he want to check for himself that is he doing it for the right person? Because we do only dealing with God, we do business, we don't do bhakti. We can't even call whatever do we are doing as bhakti, because you do this to me, I will do you pradakshanam. You do this to me, I will offer you this naivedyam. You do this to me, I'll do that. It's like a business. We are dealing God as a business, but God is not a business. God looks for the true love and true bhakti. True bhakti, you have to go and see Nayanmar Saritram, Alvargal Saritram, and all these things. Then you know what that intense bhakti, like there is nothing at all except the love and devotion for God. That is true bhakti. Once you make it to that point, that's when the whole God, the five element, Navagraham, Panchabhudam, every force in this world is will work for your favor. But until that point, you will be tested. So you do Sharanagati, you accept things as they come. You're not going to multiply anything. Like everything becomes like a karma yoga to you. Whatever is happening in your life, you think is because of God's will. Whatever you are doing back, reaction is like your arpanam to God. Whatever comes your way is God's gift to you. Whatever you are doing back, reacting, is your gift back to God. This is karma yoga in simple. I'm telling, don't ever have the ownership. Don't think I am doing, I'm just an instrument, God is making me do this, I'm just doing whatever the best I can with my understanding, with all the faculties I have. That's it. And if karma, when we are talking about karma in Bhagavad Gita, there is one more thing. Lord Sri Krishna says, whatever has happening is about to happen, everything is good. So now you just evaluate your life. So you want to contradict, you want to say that person was unfair to me, treated me mean, so this can't be good. How did Bhagwan Sri Krishna say that is good? Of course, if it was meant to happen without his consent, if God is not allowing a thing to happen, not a subatomic part will move on this universe. Not a single subatomic particle will shake without God's consent. So it's very, very, very important that we understand everything is happening, has happened, is going to happen by the will of God. So let's all try to get there. Like, let's do the wholehearted Charanagati to God and accept things as they come without aggravating and amplifying with our own, like, still be taken with our body mind complex, like thinking, please come out of that body mind identification. We are not just mortals. There is something much profound and much bigger than what we see. Thank you. Hare Hare Shankara, Jai Jai Shankara, Om Sai Shri Sai, Jai Jai Sai.